What's up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to About Even, the number one betting show on the face of God's green earth. Brought to you by our good friends at Ned's. Shout out to you. We love you. Great live show on Friday night at Magic Round. Roo was there, myself.
A lot
Edward,
of fun.
Sebo, not there, but a great night.
I had a lot of fun. Dre, he's a character.
Yep.
A lot of laughs were had.
Great turnout.
Great turnout. Vibes were high. Everyone enjoying themselves. Everyone getting around the greatest bookie of all time, Ned's. It was just a celebration of rugby league and Ned's, really.
It was, and what a celebration. Before we get into it, we have the state of politics jackets.
That's right. Now,
Sorry, it's fucking fly.
Tom and I have always been big believers in supporting your state politics.
Queensland and New South Wales really specifically.
I mean, listen, we ummed and ahed about doing some Western Australia, some Victoria, some Tasmanian jackets.
ACT. Get
the
territories involved.
We weren't feeling it this year.
No.
This year it was just going to be about the Queensland and New South Wales state politics.
Yep.
So if you're a big Chris Minns fan, if you're a big fucking Palaszczuk, she's still getting around. Who knows? Just supporting state-based politics.
It doesn't even have to be about the premiers, because I get it. Sometimes
maybe you're a big like House of Reps guy or something. You know what I mean?
It could be or girl, but basically, obviously, it's just a state of politics and nothing else.
Hellosport.shop, 6 p.m. Thursday night. So tomorrow night, if you're watching on a Wednesday night, if you're watching this on Thursday morning, then it's tonight.
Then they're correct, Eddie. Well said.
Hellosport.shop, 6 p.m.
That's it. Now, let's get into it. Now, Roo, back on the desk, back up off the canvas. How you feeling, bud?
Yeah, tough week for me last week. Crook as a dog, and
You still sound crook, mate. I'll be honest with you.
I'm better than I was.
Really honest.
You sound
with
better. You sounded
better than I was, but I didn't enjoy last Wednesday night when I thought, you know what, I'll tune into my mates at About Even. Maybe they'll cheer me up, and it was just drive-by after fucking drive.
What happens when you're not here?
Yeah, but also you posted every single possible health remedy other than Good Day. Like, that was the most disrespectful thing that I think anyone's ever done to us. So it was only right that we abused you.
All part of the plan, boys.
It worked.
Well, you made great content out of it. I will
that's
hand
true.
you
That was good.
those flowers.
Sebastian.
No Magic Round for me. You remember Game of Thrones Grayscale when they try fix Jorah Mormont, like peeling off his scabs?
Yes.
So I think Wallace has grayscale.
They did fix him.
Yeah. So I'm in the process of fixing Wallace over the weekend. Took him to the vet. He's got legions all over him. They have to peel off his scabs and rub ointment on him.
That's fucking
So that's
foul.
my weekend.
Fuck,
How'd he get that?
No idea. One popped up on his face, and I thought he'd run into like a thorn or something. There's rose bushes at his local park, and I was like, okay, just keep an eye on it. And then I was cuddling him, and I'm like, oh fuck. And then I could feel like all these.
So you have to wait for these scabs to dry off, and you have to peel them when they're
the vet peeled most of them off, so you can get the ointment into the skin. And so, it's just like that scene, you know. Samuel Tarley fixes Jorah Mormont. I'm fixing Wallace. That was my
Samuel
magic.
Tarley, the big fat guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you do you wear a glove when you put in this?
Yeah,
ointment
I've got
on?
I've got gloves.
Glove.
Yeah. I've got an ointment glove. Leftover gloves from when the boys had something that you weren't that they're vaccinations. Yeah.
Okay.
You wouldn't want to bareback scabs, dude.
That's what I was thinking, but you never know.
I also have to shampoo him once a day as well. So yeah.
The story did not go where I expected it to.
So you're doing well though. That's
I'm doing well.
Okay,
just
great.
giving an insight because I wasn't at Magic Round. Just what I was up to.
Yep. All right. Well,
That's fucking gross.
Yeah, great.
that is gross. Should we just get into some accountability?
May as well.
May as well do it.
Raiders 24 defeated the Bulldogs 20. Punters and dribblers. Tom and myself got up in a big race, $17.28, $9.15, respectively. Raiders, Huddy, I had Burton, he had Critter. I mean, 3 from 3 out the gates. That's what you want.
Personal moment to thank good friend of the show, random stats guy of rarely getting it right fame, for talking me into a Critter over a cherry.
That helped.
It helped.
It helped. Guru had a cherry. He also had Dogs 1-12. That flopped big time. Sebo, Tarpanay. Shocking he didn't score.
Oh, mate, he was close on that.
Shocking he didn't score.
He was like, if he was half a metre further on that one where they kind of...
So hold on, can I just... Yeah. If he was like a little bit further, like over the try line, he would have scored.
No, he didn't have the ball in his hand.
So he didn't even have the ball.
No.
Okay,
You don't know the moment I'm talking about.
So the guy that scored 1 try in 2 years fell short again.
Yeah, I was close.
And
Close.
he was close because he almost crossed the chalk.
It was
without
paying
the ball.
144. You're not. Yeah.
It wasn't close. You got one from 4 legs.
Tarpanay was closer. That's what you. That's
Yeah,
what
Tarpanay,
that's what you
Josh
opened
Shakar
with.
and Cherry.
That's what you open with.
None of them scored,
Yeah, but Cherry should have scored.
but he didn't.
Yeah.
And Tarpanay didn't score,
Yeah,
and Josh Shakar didn't score.
Tarpanay scores, the other two score.
Okay. Lippy had Adekar, Huddy Younger, Dogs 1 to 12. That doesn't hit
You're a
either.
Tarpanay away.
Broncos, Tarpanay away. Yep.
We've all been there.
Yep. Tarpanay scores. He gets up apparently.
Yep.
Jesus, that sounds like a bloke who's minus fucking 70 units odd. Broncos 13 defeat the Seagulls 12.
Fuck
A lot
this
of red on the board,
Yep.
except for Dean Mariner for the Lippy. That's it. Otherwise, it's red as far as the eye can see. A lot of Walshes in there last week. Walsh didn't play. Knights 28 defeat the Titans 24. Roo, take it away, bruh.
I wasn't paying attention. What game, sorry?
Knights 28 defeat the Titans 24.
Oh, yeah, David Armstrong. Shout out to him.
See that there? Yeah, first or second try Armstrong.
Yeah.
And he got first and
Unique
second.
stuff. He got first and second. Yeah. $6.60 we'll take it. It was a rare highlight. I'm going to talk a little bit more later because there's a certain individual that plays fullback in this competition that really fucked me this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I think we mentioned that as well. Anyway,
You're like getting fucked by a fullback. What's happening next, Eddie? Where are we?
Bradman Best didn't score. Fafita didn't score. Gagai didn't score, etc.
Fafita doesn't score unless he's got like world-class halves with him, I feel. And the fact that I went Fafita 2+ upon reflection, given the state of the halves.
But last week we talked about that, and you said, "But he's such a big, strong body. It doesn't
Did we?
matter."
Yeah, but I don't think we spoke about the halves.
No,
we spoke
that's
about
not-
injuries.
No,
but
we spoke about the halves.
AJ not being.
No. But we talked about that.
Well, then
and
I
you said
managed
it
to just
doesn't
talk
matter.
myself out of it. I'm an idiot.
You said big, thick body.
I'm a
He'll carry
fucking
people over the line.
idiot.
I'll tell you what, I felt very hard done by in this game too. Ito, all he had to do was put the fucking ball down. He passed the ball instead. Killed me. Absolutely killed me.
Oh, Sharkies defeating the
20 to
Roosters.
1.
So you-
30.
Right. So it didn't get up there, did it?
Didn't get up. No.
Fuck, I tell you what, if fucking Crichton fucking scored, might have got my bet too.
Same. If
Same.
Suoliti and Crichton scored, I would have been killing it, dude.
Unfortunately, Angus Crichton has a week off. He's been prolific the last couple of weeks, punting dribbles, but when I needed him most, he wasn't there. Cowboys 28 defeated the Rabbitohs 22, an absolute rugby league shit show. Sebo's a Val short.
yeah. I mean, I think the Rabbitohs would apparently have let in the most tries like that edge, and I thought Val's a lock. But the Cows do this. Cows can score, but Guru can talk about it later. Anytime you're on one of them, Drinky, Val, Felt, they somehow fuck you with
But
the easiest.
Val never bangs when you want him to. I feel like if you've wrangled a Val, and obviously it's not a Stags, 'cause I've wrangled one of those. Eddie hasn't. But when you get about wrangling a Val is fucking tough in this sport.
But it's not anywhere near a Stag.
No,
But,
God,
like, yeah. I mean, if you're getting Cody and not a Val, yeah, it hurts.
Well, there's not a stuffed Val on the wall, is there?
no,
You know?
no.
But he does bang very, very little. Why don't you talk us through your $3.54 double staked fucking shit show, Roo?
Yeah, really tough here. Drinkwater, he crossed the line with about 3 minutes to go, and I thought he'd scored. So I walked out of the room. I was already planning the content. I was ready to go. Then I walked back into the room, and I noticed that the Rabbitohs have got the ball on about their own 30, and I'm going, that was a quick set of 6 to kick off, get the ball back down there. Hit the old KO replay to find out that he dropped the ball over the line, which ended up costing me that bet and my unit scooper for the week. So big turnaround, huge middle finger.
You
to me.
never, ever, ever want to start planning your content until you see try confirmed on the screen or the game is over. Because
Lesson
that
learned.
is how you fuck yourself. And then you've got random videos on your phone that you need to delete because if anyone finds them, you look like a freak and they had no use and no purpose.
Yeah, I once did that when the Sharks were up like 40-0 to Manly at halftime, and I had them for 13+. Just planning a bit of content, did a couple of takes before, and then before I know it, they won by like 8 points. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, that was a good video. Tough.
Warriors 22 defeat the Panthers 20. No one saw this coming. No one. Tommy had Panthers Taruva 2+ into Martin. Was Martin a rando special last week?
He was.
I feel like
He was
it
so
was.
close. He almost
Again,
got the ball
can
down.
we cut all this
like
so
half
close
a metre,
crap?
I would say. from scoring, putting down the ball on a grubber kick, but it was tapped dead by Tane.
But didn't score.
Can anyone just explain to me why Rando looks like he's been bashed?
Not bad tips, that's for sure. Not bad tips.
Well, it might be. It might be.
Wallace's grayscale.
Just from playing footy on Saturday, flying
Sebo's
back
going to
from
start rubbing
Vegas.
ointment on your face.
You get a win?
We did get the win. We're 3-0 now.
Score a
We're
try?
on top. Nah, didn't score a try.
How many you got this season?
None. I was on the nudie.
what?
I'm on the nudie.
I thought you were like a fucking...
I've seen you play.
Last year
CBA.
Last year was up there, but this year, no.
So you're not having a crack?
Just giving assists, mate.
Is anyone
taking
like,
glory.
dude, I thought you retired last year?
Every single player that I know. Yep.
What team are you in?
Once.
You're in first.
Yeah.
For Mossman.
Yep.
Is that right?
That is right. Believe it or not.
Is first Mossman, is that a level high enough that no one was a bit shocked you came back from Magic Round for it? Or
Yeah, everyone told me to stay there. They didn't need me, and probably turns out they did. I came off with 30 minutes to go, and they got the job done. So
Are you fullback? Wing?
Inside
Inside
centre. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big rando.
Is it Union
Not
or
shocker.
league?
Union.
So that's completely unrelated to the fact that you tipped us in a
That's
Martin.
just
He didn't
smoke and
score.
mirrors, baby.
Okay. Storm 48 defeat the Eels 16.
Bad beat.
Far longo.
Bad beat.
He looked like he was going to score every time he touched
We
the
were all
ball.
on him though, so that's why he didn't score.
Yeah, I know.
As soon as we're all on him, it never happens. The Lippy did get Coates and Warbrick 283, pretty boring.
Yeah, that Lippy was the kid who's been flushed down the toilet. Though,
And I
right?
forgot that the Lippy also had Mulatalo and Tupou. Sharks 38 defeated the Roosters 30. So he's got 2 bets so far. And I reckon probably at this point thinking, have I won this fucking thing? Maybe. Maybe you have. Maybe you have. Dolphins 24 defeat the Tigers 12. Like, what do you say to that bet? What do you say to the game? If I look at these bets, they're pretty ranked. Bostock 2+, Buller 2+.
That's probably the worst bet of like.
Sarko first try scorer, Herbie 2+, Nicarima, Azarko, Herbie. Like it's all pretty gross to be honest. Unit scooper. Guru got 3 from 4 legs. Didn't you,
it was
mate?
tight again.
What happened?
Drinky happened. Oh, mate, these unit scoopers, they are keeping my head above water, and I don't plan to change that for the rest of the season.
You do get close. You sniff around. Drinky was bold though.
Rue's like Jack in Titanic, and his hands are around that thing handcuffed, and the unit scoopers are Rose coming in with the axe, and he's just like, "Come on, Rose." Fucking Drinky let you down, unfortunately, but yeah, hopefully this week can keep you alive.
Got a good one lined up for you this
Do
week.
ya?
Don't worry about that. Yeah.
Okay. Might be a Control-C, Control-V situation. Potentially, I don't know. Now, no one else gets close. No one else gets close. 3 of 8, 1 of 4, 3 of 6, 2 of 5 sort of stuff. Hot seat. Guru said Reece Walsh. Reece Walsh didn't play, but he didn't change his bet. So from where I'm sitting, Reece Walsh didn't score. So Guru's out.
That's fair play.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Sebo's in. We will get to Sebo this week, later in the show. Tom does win. Just. Thank God. It would have been embarrassing if that fucking Lippy
The fucking
of flush down the toilet fame got the win. That would have pissed me off because we shit all over him and it just would have been embarrassing. Tom does it for the boys and the girls. $1.70 in the green. Lippy, $1.27 in the green. So it's pathetic stuff. It's pathetic stuff. I was about even, was minus 0.22. Sebo of $100 odds per game fame, minus 2.61. He doesn't get a bet. And Rue, who doubled 2 games, minus 5.18. The overall leaderboard, Rue still hanging on by the skin of his sack to the lead. He's got 5 bets out of 103. He's still got the worst of the bet percentages at 4.85 and his leg percentage of 31.12, second worst to Tom, who is last in that respect. He's minus 21.95 units. I'm coming for you, bruh. I can see you now. I'm second, 13 from 103, 12.62% of my bets, but still minus 28.3 units.
this is so
This is the worst like bet percentage we've ever had.
Oh,
right?
fucking
like
oath
by
it
a
is,
mile.
dude.
As all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
comfortable.
disaster.
No, this is absolute train wreck city. This is fucked. It's like it's hard to look at the camera. I'm so ashamed. You particularly should be struggling.
I'm ashamed. But, like, the thing is, like, I'm going terribly, but you guys aren't going that much better. You know what I mean?
No, dude.
Like, there's some triples have made a larger gap, but everyone's strike rate is pretty fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's gross.
We were getting at least 20% of our bets last year, if memory serves.
Yeah, we're getting, like, a fair few.
Yeah.
Good news is buy round footy just around the corner.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, really easy
Perfect
to
time
pick.
to get it, yeah.
That's what you want.
Lippy minus 31.95 in third, Tom in fourth, minus 43.12, and Sebo at the rear of the ship. 6 from 103 bets, 5.82%. 34% of his legs, minus 68.61.
Yeah, I've been floating around there.
You've been floating. You lost like 2. What did you lose this week? Minus 2.61 units.
Got a unit last week, 2 units. You know, I'm 3 weeks, I've managed to get it to like -3 or 4 units, which
You're
is
just trying to stop sinking.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to fucking cauterize the wound, figure it out, you know, because if I kept going that same trajectory, I wouldn't be on this panel. I'd be over there somewhere because I wouldn't have any money left. So, got to do it strategically.
Or you'd be buying yourself back in.
You can buy yourself
You've
back
got, you have to. It's basically you're obligated to buy yourself back in
Correct.
if you run out of money.
$1,000.
That's the punishment. Responsibly, of course.
Of course.
Should we get to betting?
Let's do it.
All right, before we get underway, who is our Lippy this week, Sebo?
It's Indigenous Round, and an Indigenous Lippy reached out.
Yep.
And look, he reached out and honestly said, I haven't had many great bets recently, but like I feel you should have an Indigenous Lippy for Indigenous Round. I said,
You'd be a real piece of shit to say no to that, wouldn't you?
Exactly. So he's from far north Queensland. Where's his name here? Hold on. He's giving me a story here. And
I also forgot it was Indigenous Round, and now with that knowledge, I will be considering my bets moving
Well, look
forward.
at Lippy's bets, you know what I mean? They're pretty good. I might be taking... I hope Rando's got some Indigenous player stats there for us.
Oh, baby.
Great, fantastic.
That'll make it easier for me to just
perfect. That just makes it easy for me to change my bet.
Terrific.
Which I will be doing.
Yeah, we'll be doing
So he's Dustin Stewart. His Indigenous name totem is Jindalba, meaning leaf-tailed gecko.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That's pretty cool. And he's just basically really excited to get some Indigenous punts.
Love it. Beautiful.
He'll be a threat this week.
Yeah, he will.
Big time.
He'll be a big threat this week, that bloke.
First up, Bulldogs Dragons at Core Stadium. We are doing a live stream for that. The live stream's back, internet fixed. Sebo joining us. That's been confirmed.
Yeah, it's been confirmed.
Yes.
Yep.
And we're also joined for the first time, his debut on the couch, Hectic Fred, who is a massive Dogs fan. Check him out on TikTok and IG.
Big
Funny
dribbler.
motherfucker, big dribbler, big Dogs fan. Now that's at a Core Stadium where no one will be. $1.57 for the Dogs, $2.45 for the Dragons. Line 4.5, total points 41.5. Rando.
I'll be dry for this cracker Thursday night match. Now, the Bulldogs, they are only one of 3 teams to be undefeated as the designated home team this year. The Dragons, they have lost 3 of their last 4 games coming off a bye, so I do like the Dogs at home. For try scorers, the left edge is going to be lethal here for the Dogs. It's the Dragons' weakest defensive edge, conceding 30% of their tries. Bronson Cherry, he scored in both games he has played against the Dragons, 4 tries in 2 games. The Fox, he scored 2 hat tricks and a double in his last 4 games against the Dragons as well. Obviously, Indigenous Round, you'd be looking at the Fox there for an anytime try.
Okay, well, to give myself some time to change my bets, Sebo, what are you doing?
I am, Indigenous Round. I think Joshy Carr's like one of the faces of this thing, right? I think there was even a bit of a news segment on the other night. So I'm just taking Joshy Carr. And I was on him last week, didn't even get one. So I like that. It tees up Indigenous Round. I feel he's owed one. Dogs, I'm just taking the Dogs minus 4.5. I actually don't know who's going to win, but I like the Doggies, right? Like, I want the Doggies to come back, and they've lost 2 in a row, and just kind of pump the Dragons almost. But I need to make it a double-ender because Thursday night is the night I probably get to watch most of the game before shit hits the fan on other nights. or Millie wants to use the TV and stuff, so I need a double-ender. So I need all the action happening on both ends. Throwing in Lomax, 778.
Okay, all right. I've just taken out a Bronson Cherry from my bet here, and I've gone Lomax on the wing, deadly, Joshy Carr anytime as well, and then Kick Out, who's paying $4. I know he's not scoring heaps, but it's $4, you know, and I'm not walking past it, and I hate the Dragons, and they're not that good, right? So you go Lomax, you go Joshy Carr, you go Kickow, you're getting 17.22.
Yep, not bad.
I have no confidence in either of these teams. Wouldn't be surprised if the Dargans come out and fucking beat the shit out of the Dogs. Wouldn't be surprised if the Bulldogs beat the shit out of the Dargans. I don't really give a fuck about who wins, though. It's about just trying to get some try scorers involved. Zach Lomax, very hard to handle. Tyrell Sloan's been scoring a lot of rugby league tries. Matty Burton's been singing for me lately. Also a Dubbo boy, tick, tick, tick. And Addo-Carr, Indigenous Round, 35-27.
Yeah, Josh Addo-Carr in Indigenous Round, he will cross. We know that. I think the Dragons are a sniff of an upset here, boys, coming off the bye last week, 2 weeks to prepare for Canterbury. I like the Dragons head-to-head, Lomax to score. I'm essentially taking Dragons into Lomax at 9.68. Josh Addo-Carr's already scored.
We're all so fucked now because we've all got Josh Addo-Carr.
Yeah. But I think maybe Indigenous
We've
Round
also got
makes
his
it.
boots up there, though, as well.
Yeah, we do have his boots.
That's a good omen.
I think we can break it this week.
We should bring those boots in here, actually. Like, I mean, they're just sitting
Should
there.
we go get those? But they should be on the set.
They should be on the set.
Can we get those boots, someone? On top of the fridge? This will just this will allow us to channel in some Addo-Carr tries.
Yeah, correct.
There they are.
There they are.
Oh, boy.
Look at those things. They're fast. Very fast.
Very fast. Yeah, there we go.
Front and center.
Beautiful. Maybe you can just get him sitting there. He's got some feet on him, doesn't he?
Oh, he's got some feet. Played in these. Scored a try in these.
Yeah, he did score a try in those.
Right. Remember back in the day in high school, if you wore, like, when you're playing rugby and you wore anything that wasn't black boots, everyone would be like, oh, what?
Yeah, nice shiny boots, you shape honey.
Yeah, you'd get so much crap. Now look at them. I love them, you know?
Yeah. No, they're sick.
They're fast.
They're sick.
Very
and they're
fast.
All right. Let's move on to game numero 2, 6 o'clock Friday. Cows, Tigers, Queensland Country Bank Stadium. Cows $1.25. Tigers $4. The line 12.5. Total 48.5. Rando.
Another thrilling game. It'll be dry in Townsville and 24 degrees. Now, the Tigers, they have won 7 of their last 10 night games against the Cowboys. The Cowboys, they have lost both night games they've played at home this season. The favourite has also not covered the line in the last 5 games at Townsville. I think that plus 12.5 as a Cowboys fan might be a bit of a stretch there. Fuck all value for try scorers. Nanai is probably the best one for the Cowboys here. He scored in all 3 games against the Tigers. He's paying $2. Dream Buller at $3.35 could be an option here. The fullback has scored in 4 of the last 5 games against the Cowboys.
Thank you, Rando. I saw a bit of value, though, I thought. Papali'i's $6.
Yep.
$6 isn't that bad. He scored a couple of tries too. Like, it's not like he's not scoring them.
No, yeah. He scored them at Para.
But
he hasn't scored a shitload for the Tigers from memory.
I will say, though, I'm glad Rando brought it up because one of my great punting memories is just taking a clean outsider. And I took the Tigers one
3 from
when
9
they had
this year.
JT. And the Tigers have something over the Cows. So I reckon there is a bit of value there.
But see, and listen, I'm
3
potentially...
and 9. It's a third of every.
He scored a double in his last game, though. That's just skewed.
There you go.
He's saying that skews it.
Yeah, but he scored a double. So it's
Yes,
not like
he
he's
did.
not scoring them.
Well, no, he's not scoring.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're
but
only as good as your
skewed.
last game, so yes, he is scoring them.
And
He's a top
and
try
I beat
scorer.
Eddie in golf in our last game, so you are only as good as your last game. I'm going for just an absolutely disgraceful try scorer smorgasbord here, only because the last 2 games I remember that they played against each other last year, it was like Tigers fucked them near to death, and then the Cows came back and fucked the Tigers near to death. I think the Cows are a better rugby league side, and I'm just taking an absurd amount of try scorers here. So Nanai 2+, which if you just wanted to do that is $5, which is kind of good, but it's also gross. Taulagi, Holmes, Drinky.
Jesus Christ.
71.02.
That's a shocking bet.
Mate, that's a filler.
That's
That's a
foul.
fill your boots, try score a small.
The
think it's
Cowboys
gonna be a
suck, and you
Redonkus?
put 2
Yeah.
guys with shit on all fucking
I know.
accountability.
I know. It's a fill up.
No, it's rubbish. I'm
5 try
Papali'i
5 try
and
scorers.
Nanai, $12.14. I don't trust either of these teams. They're both fucking horseshit.
Yeah, I think that 12.5 for the Tigers is way too much. You cannot rely on the Cowboys in any way, shape or form. And the Tigers, they're doing everything they possibly can to lose games of football, and they're only losing it by 10, 12 points each week. So I like that. I like Appy in this game. I think the injury to Connor Watson opens the door for Appy to maybe get back into that Origin side. He's in for a big one. And Val Holmes, he's been going so average the last few weeks. I think Slater would be looking for a big rev up from him this week. Have a look at the Tigers. They've got 2 rookies in the centres this week, and I think Val Holmes has a big game. So Tigers plus 12.5, Appy, Val, $16.37.
Yeah, if Val doesn't, I captained Val in my Supercoach team last week, so I'm like, I'm done. I'm done with Supercoach. You got like 38 points or something, like you know what I mean? Like,
I think I still have Tommy Turbo captain in mind.
Val's he's just so good looking as well. He's hard to let go of if he's out of form. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like even if you're in a relationship with a really, really hot chick, and then it's like, but she hates you.
Yeah,
it breaks up. And it's like, listen, I know that this was bad for me, but Jesus Christ, they're so hot.
Yeah, exactly.
Back up to 10. Just is. Always has been.
Yeah. Never get easy.
I've got memories of just Tigers upsetting Cows, and I used to love it because good friend of the show, Harves, is a Cow supporter. Now Rando, and also I used to love watching Cows lose to him. So I'm going to take the Tigers plus 2.5 because why not? I don't want to go down like Cows aren't that. We know they're not the team that put 70 on the Tigers anymore. I like Tom's bet. It's not going to be Tommy Rajonicus round. The Tigers might show up. We're going to take Nanai for 1 Cows try scorer and Papa Lee, as Eddie was saying, $6. You just put 2 edge back rowers and a line in. That gets you $21.
Jesus Christ, you're talking me into it, Sebo. I'm not going to lie with my big fuck off bet.
No, use your real big, rank, dirty, smelly bet.
I will be. I'm staying with it. Fuck.
Have we been reading out the Lippies bets? I feel like
we did. No, we did. Game 1 we did because we were talking about. Didn't we talk about the fact we all had a car?
I don't think we talked about. I don't think we forgot it.
Sorry, Lippy.
So do you want to do?
Well,
we'll just read them out now. We're only one behind.
Yeah, his Bulldogs bet was Addo Sloan, either team to win by less than 10.5. And then Cows Tigers, he's got Drinky, Cotter, Cows.
Is Drinky Indigenous?
I was about to ask that question.
Don't think so.
Is Cotter?
I don't.
Cotter
is. So Cotter is. I don't think.
Don't think Scott Drinkwater is.
Right.
There you go.
I was going to say, because there's a bit of a theme, but Scotty Drink was sticking out.
Drink, Cotter, Cows, 14.41 for the Lippy. Let's move on.
He is Indigenous, sorry.
Drinky?
Yeah, according to Wikipedia. Yep.
Yeah, right. There
German
you go.
and Indigenous.
There you go.
He might. There's a chance that it's just.
Well, that would make
that's
sense.
what I'm thinking he did.
That would make sense.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Did I have Drinky in mind?
You did.
Yes.
You had both teams. So.
You got the whole team.
Yeah, good.
16.
Well, mate,
26 in there.
imagine if that gets up. All right, next game. We got Manly v the Storm. Battle of Brookvale back on. $2.25 for Manly, $1.65 for the Storm. 3.5 points is the line. I'd send short that line. I don't know who for, but I kind of do. Total points, 43.5. Rando.
Once again, going to be dry at Brookvale Oval. The Storm, they haven't won at Brookie since 2020. They haven't won there without Munster since 2018. So I don't mind Manly potentially to cover that line. Okay. Obviously, Jerome Hughes back, so keep an eye on that. For try scorers, Jason Saab has scored 5 tries in 4 games against the Storm, and the Storm have conceded a try to a right edge attacker in each of their last 5 games. For value, Big Nelson Asofa Solomona, beg your pardon, is also a sniff here. He has scored in each of his last 3 regular season games against the Seagulls.
Okay. Sebo, what are you doing?
I think that, Manly have value here. I'm going to take him to win just because, Hughes is back, but Munster's out. I mean, Pappy's been out forever, far longer. He's good, though. But, I just feel like it's a bit of a coin flip game almost. So I'm just going to take Manly.
No coin flip, mate.
Clean to win. And Ola Kawatu, I was like, he's still up there in the 3s. Something is Cherry out now. He's there. And then far longer. These new age, fleet-footed fullbacks get me excited. It's like a new era. Tuapiki, far longer. You know, these guys coming through a bit small and can just move better than anyone else. I'm like, this just gets me excited. Whenever there's a rugby league game coming out again, I'm going to pick them in my team. Maybe, but you know what I mean? You could run around the whole team.
Get you touching yourself again?
Yeah. Okay. You know, every year or so, there's the 13 used to be a front rower, and then it became more, exciting things. I'm like, give me more of these tiny, quick guys. They're good to watch. So I'm going to put those 3 together. Manly win, fight along Ola Kawatu, 18.47.
Like it. Roo?
I don't mind that bet, so but I reckon Manly are a good shot here. Hughesy was due back like round 14. He's come back 2 weeks, so they got a bye next week. I question whether Hughesy's going to play there or not. For that reason, I'm going to take Tyrant Wishart. I love his running game, and I think when they're a little bit dishevelled, he runs a stack. So I'm going to take Wishart into Canicola. I thought he had a really good game last week without scoring. I think they're still giving about $3 for him or something, which I think is outrageous.
305.
So I'm going to go Wishart into Cola, $15.93.
He scores, Wishart.
He scores reasonably regularly. Yeah.
He
does
scores all the time.
Yeah.
Tyrant scores a fucking
We've mused about whether Wishart's going to be a halfback that like clubs are looking at. You know what I mean? Like outside of the Storm. He's obviously not going to be starting there pending injuries.
Well, he's always behind this Jonah Pizzette. I personally think Wishart's a better player. I'd be picking him over Pizzette. So, yeah, he's a good player. I like him.
Get on the blower, mate.
I've tried. Believe me, I've tried.
Okay. Let's go bellyache. Roo here. Pick Tyrant.
Again.
Yeah. Again.
Edward?
Manly 13 plus Amale.
13 plus.
13. You know what? In front of our own people, Tom.
Yep.
Friday night, coming off the back of a robbery last weekend, highway robbery at that, where things weren't clicking. They're going to click eventually. We're going to play games this year where things click. Mm-hmm. We know that. And I think that this week is one of those weeks.
It's a click week?
It's a click week. We've always loved playing the Storm. 40-0. You remember that? We love playing them. We bashed the fuck out of them in the Battle of Brookvale as well. Glenn gave the... So what? So what, mate? I can live in the past, Tom. I can live in the past if I want.
Fucking oath you can.
Yeah, you didn't come to like field day, or not field day, the other one, because you wanted to watch the fight. We were in high school when that happened.
Yeah.
Mate, put it this way: when you get to our age, you start to get more and more nostalgic.
Yeah.
And you long for yesteryear.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm longing for yesteryear.
Yeah.
And I won't have you getting in the way of that, Sebo. Manly 13 plus Amale, $13.16.
I liked your sub stats there, Rando. I had him for 1. I'm now taking him for 2. Hamole always going to be there. So sub 2 plus Hamole 25.73. Is that a good bet? Is that a great fucking rugby league
Doubles scare me.
Nah, mate.
Doubles never get up.
Saab has scored a double in 2 of his last 3 games against the Storm.
Thank you so much, Rando.
But I don't think anyone's got a double, not just a double bet, a double leg.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Well,
doubles happen, but
listen,
betting on doubles
that's
are tough.
all right. I think it's our strongest side.
I don't think anyone's got a double this year.
Like just even the leg.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I reckon someone's going for sure. For sure.
No, because the accountability, somebody would have gone, I put him down for 2. You got 2. How didn't fucking
I think
score?
you got 1. Maybe was the Meany double this year? Or was that last year?
No, that was last year.
Okay.
A Meany double, and I got a Bradman Best double when he was back from fucking Bali.
So it doesn't happen this year.
I'm a double, but I'm a double guy.
Yeah, you're a double
If I go in on the double, come on now. Sub 2 plus, like sub 2 plus is not that crazy. It's really not. He's our fucking strike winger, and then Hamole obviously isn't a weird bet. But you're getting 25.73. That's fucking, that thing will pump on socials. That'll be Ned's number 1 bet for that game.
Doesn't love passing the ball, Ruben Garrick at centre. That's my only concern.
Well, we hope Daly cuts him out then. Cut him out, Daly.
It's not the worst bet for 25.
That's what I'm saying.
Cutting out Garrick and Olakau'atu, I don't know.
No, well, Olakau'atu's obviously going to be dropped on the inside. That draws your defence.
Oh,
and
bit
then
of shape,
Ruben's
watch
there,
out.
And then it's fucking look short, play long. Ruben.
Twice.
See you, dude.
Lippy,
Twice.
Saab, Remus Smith, 789. Congratulations to you, sir.
Yep. Raiders Roosters, the next game on your radar here, punters and dribblers. It's at GIO Stadium. 380 Raiders, $1.28 Roosters. 11.5 rugby league points is the line, and 43.5 is the total. Black-eyed Rando, how are we?
Good. It's going to be dry in Canberra and 15 degrees. The line's pretty long here. I know the Raiders, they haven't won at GIO as the underdog since 2018.
Jesus.
But they have won...
the Roosters or the Raiders?
The Raiders as the underdog. But they have won 6 of their last 8 games against the Roosters at home. So could cover that line. You just got to hit the right edge here for the Roosters. They are having an absolute cracker day out there. Joseph Manu scored 5 tries in his last 4 games against the Raiders. Dom Young has scored in his last 3 games against the Raiders. The Raiders have led in 7 tries in their last 4 games to right edge attackers. So those two are good options. If you want a bit more value, Joseph Suaalii has drifted out to $3.10. He's scored in both games he's played against the Raiders.
Boys, I saw that Suaalii $3.10 last night. Just thought I can't ignore that. So Suaalii $3.10, great value there. And I'm going to go Jordan Rapana, playing fullback. He'll come up with something scat and deliver for me.
I was looking at the 2 try scorer markets, as clearly I've got a bit of a fucking bone on for today. But Sam Walker paying like $12. That Rapana's $17. I'm like, obviously that's like it's not, they don't expect it to happen. But I'm like, as a fullback, $17 for 2 tries, that just seems like a lot of money.
As a fullback that loves to kick for himself, loves to scoot, the ball just always seems to bounce to him, I always think it's good value in Rapana.
Eddie, what are you doing?
Last week, in accountability, I was mentioning accountability. I got the Raiders like $18, but I was mulling over potentially putting down Hudson Young, who I'm a big believer in for last try scorer, as my bet. He does score the last try last week. And this week, I'm going to do it for the first time, although it's a first or a last. Huddy first or last, 975. He just scores so many tries last. He just does. He's scored I reckon, at least 3 this year, last try scorers. Little bit of coverage with the first. And I don't know what the fuck's going to happen in this game. So why not do a bet that I've always dreamt of doing?
But I think that you lose. He's not going to score first. Like all Englishmen, he's got that. He needs that stiff upper lip to really come through at the end. He's not going to.
But there might be a bit of luck first.
Yeah, okay.
That's just a luck thing.
He needs to dig deep. I know he's not English, but he acts like.
I was going to say he's from Newcastle.
I know.
Yeah.
I did used to think
Newcastle in England, though, right?
He's a Maitland boy. He thought. Sebo thought he was English.
He acts like an Englishman.
And we're like, mate,
we were betting on Australia v England in the World Cup, and he had Hudson Young in his bet. We're like, where'd you even see this market?
Because the markets didn't come out till 2 hours before kickoff.
That's right.
So he had Huddy in there. Mate, that's not. That's not going to work.
Yeah,
Hudson Young, Maitland boy. But I've just dreamt of doing this bet, and so I'm going to do it this week. Simple as that. Nothing else to it.
Yeah, I'm taking Huddy Young as well. I was thinking last night. I was cooking dinner. I was like, you can trust the Raiders when they're outsiders to put some points on and maybe cover line. If they're the favourites, you can't really trust them. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to take Huddy Young, and he probably is going to score last, like Eddie said. Dommy Young, you can't ignore, even though he's $1.60 or something. You got to throw him in. And then I had someone else in there, maybe Tupu, but Rando stat there. I can't ignore a stat like that, $3 plus for a Roosters outside back who's actually fucking amazing. So I put those 3 together. You get $17.42. It's just dummy.
That's a pretty good
Huddy, Suaalii, $17.42.
Better betting from Sebo this week.
Yeah.
Better betting.
I've
although he can't pick anything to save his fucking life.
Yeah. So what do you do? I've gone. I had Huddy, Manu, Angus Crichton. I have given Angus a spell this week. I think I've been on him every week for the last 6 months. I've spelled him and I brought in Suaalii. So Suaalii, Huddy, Manu, 24.47. I also think that's a pretty good rugby league bet.
Yep.
Because Manu doesn't pass the fucking ball. To be fair, unless it's to Dom Young, then he'll pass it every single time. Yes. That's the only concern.
He does a flick pass these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if Suaalii was out on that wing, then he would never give him the ball. I don't know what's going on. But that's 24.47. And our Lippy has gone Savage and Roosters 1-12. As I almost have a testy pop. But
you swallow that?
I swallowed it. Thankfully. Sharks Panthers at Shark Park. $1.65 for the Sharks, $2.25 for the Panthers. 3.5 points is the line. 40.5 is the total. Rando.
100th fixture between these two teams. Now, an interesting stat here is that the Sharks have lost all 5 games played on the 25th of May when this fixture lands.
Say that again.
The Sharks, they have lost all 5 fixtures played on the 25th of May in their history since 1967.
That's a good fucking
3 of those 5 games have been against Penrith. So
that's a good. They're good. These are
there
good
you
stats.
go. They're coming in
That's better
together.
stuff.
That's good
So
stuff, Rando.
I don't mind the Panthers here as the underdog. To be fair, the last time Nathan Cleary missed a game against the Sharks, Cronulla won 19-18. They almost bottled that game after leading 18-0. For try scorers, though, Panthers, their right edge dominant, scoring 39% of their tries. The Sharks, their weakest edge is their left edge defence, conceding 33% of their tries. Isaac Tungo has scored in both games he's played against the Sharks, and I think is the best option there for try scorer.
Boys, I thought Brian Toto at $2.20 was destined to get a run with Rando this week. Absolutely fucking destined.
Fuck the left
Rando
edge.
won't
Fuck
go
the
near
left
Toto
edge.
unless he's $1.26.
I'm off Toto. The stats
He's
are
got
off
to be
Toto.
short. $1.05, $1.06, something like that. Then he loves
A
it.
juicy $1.06.
I'm just quickly making some amendments here to my bet based on what Rando. I had Panthers to win. I've got Katoa in there. I'm now going Panthers 1-12 because I don't think it's going to be a big win if they do. Jesus Christ. Let me just have a quick look here. I'm going Panthers 1-12, Tango and Katoa, and you're getting 17.58.
Boys, I saw Dylan Edwards at $3 without Nathan Cleary. He's playing some great footy, playing for an Origin jersey. Love the value at $3, just taking him. But I have noticed that we are all on Dylan Edwards.
I've taken Dylan Edwards out of mine for Targo.
Perfect.
We're on. Beautiful.
Perfect.
Dylan Edwards, $3. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. I'm on Edwards as well, $3. Penrith, I can't pick much this season, but I can't pick edges at Penrith because they swap around every fucking 10 minutes. So I'm staying away from that and going up the middle. Rue, you said Edwards was playing for a jersey.
Yep.
Hines, can't you imagine Indigenous round? Hines, everyone's going, it's not in the media yet that he has to be 7. It's more like, where does Hines fit around someone else? It's like, maybe this is his chance to absolutely obliterate Penrith. And guess what? He's paying like $4 something. So if you just put Edwards and Hines together, you get $15.53.
No one listening, no one following Rando's fucking glorious stat there about Panthers fucking...
I am.
Watch you get up. Watch you get up,
I
man.
am.
Well, I was already on it.
Yeah.
So I had Katoa and Edwards, $6.21, which I thought was reasonable value. Edwards just getting the job done there over threes. We love that. I'm going to put the Panthers in. I'm not walking past a May 25th bet in the street.
Well, Rando's greatest stat, I think he's potentially provided on the show.
I'm not walking past a May 25th bet in the street. I'm not doing it.
My
I'm not
birthday as
doing
well,
it.
boys. So,
Oh.
I thought you guys remembered. I was waiting for it.
I'm off it. That's bad. That's
Get off
bad.
it.
That's bad juju. That's bad juju.
Panthers, Katoa, Edwards, $13.21. Rugby league cents. Lippy, Hines and Laurie, 37.35.
That's an Indigenous bet. Jesus, look, Hines and Laurie, 37.35. I might have a look at that if I remember. Why don't you triple stake Edwards, Guru?
No.
Why not?
Although I have just had a little
Where'd your
look,
set go?
and if Rando delivers me any form of Jermaine Hopgood stat here, I could be on for something special.
All
Just
right.
keep waiting,
well,
buddy. Just
we
keep
move
waiting,
on
then.
to the next game. Rabbitohs v the Eels. Back out at a core stadium, unfortunately, for any fans of these teams. Yeah. $1.90 plays $1.90. The line is 1.5 rugby league points, and the total is 47.5. They're expecting some points in this one, Rando.
It's going to be a dry match, okay? 2 new interim coaches versing up against each other. It's the first time we've seen this since 2020. What we noticed in one of those games was the coach that got sacked the latest went on to win that match, and that was Dean Young for the Dragons coming up, I believe, against the Broncos there. So there's one trend that you can look at. Other than that, the Eels haven't beaten the Rabbitohs at a course since 2017. For try scorers, and this is going to be going back to that Brian Toto rhetoric where I picked the absolute shortest priced try scorer. But Alex Johnson, he has scored 2 or more tries in each of his last 4 Indigenous round matches. In 3 of those 4 games, he scored a hat trick. He has scored a double in 4 of his last, in all 4 games that he's played against the Eels, with 1 hat-trick in there as well. So Alex Johnson, a hat-trick's $10. Alex Johnson, a double, $3.05 if you want to look at that market here. I'm just big on Alex Johnson. If you
I
Oh,
had the Bunnies tripled to win, and I'm going to put an AJ in now as well, $2.68. The Bunnies, it's reached a point where they must win. They come up against the Eels, who fucking suck. Rabbitohs have got a lot of Indigenous players in there. I just reckon they turn up and work. Jack White into the halves now, which I think's a welcome change. And AJ, just because he scores a shitload of tries. 268, tripled.
I am just going to Control C, Control V that. Now, this is going against my entire tactic of conserving units, but if I'm feeling something, I have to go for it.
We know that bet gets up.
Yeah.
We just know it.
Because, 2 interim coaches or whatever, but the effect of Wayne Bennett, he doesn't even have to be signed at the club. He just have to have a signature for next year, and it's going to rub off onto the boys. It's Indigenous round. There's no more bigger Indigenous team than the Bunnies. They're due a win. You can't go this long with just one win. Parra don't even know who their coach is. AJ, he's going to score. He scored one last week. He fumbled a couple more. I just think they're going to rise, not just for Indigenous, not just for Wayne, but also just for me, because I've been following their demise since the middle of last year, and I finally need to get one back. They need to give me one back. I'm doing it. This could unlock me actually doing some more sensible bets next week. Or it could kill me. But I have to fucking have a swing. You know what I mean?
You got to swing, brother.
I've got to have a swing.
Swing away, Merrill.
Yeah, swing. This is signs. I'm Merrill. There's a baseball bat. There's a fucking scary green alien looking at me. I'm in that mode.
You Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes, yeah.
Great film. I'm conflicted now because I don't want your bets to get up, and they will get up if my bet gets up. So, I don't really know what to do here. But I'm just going to have to go with it. Oh, I don't want to. Bunnies 1-12. Trell, Cody, AJ. It's an Indigenous round bet. It's a good times, great classic hits. Think back to when times were happier times.
Yeah. Fleetwood Mac song. Everyone's seen that bet a million times and we're all over it.
Correct. Yeah. Bunnies 1-12, because I think if they win, it's like skinnier sack sort of territory where they're trying not to lose the game because it's so close. And then Trell, Cody, AJ 31-28.
I got Cody Walker and AJ in Indigenous round. And, boys, I think Blaze Talungi's been in incredible form the last few weeks for Parramatta. Still far from convinced on the South Sydney Rabbitohs edge defence. So I can see Blaze going through $12.26 for those three.
Jesus, I kind of want to steal that and just remove Bunnies from
I had Blaze, another one of these fleet-footed fullbacks coming through.
I don't care about... I'm stealing that, Guru. I'm coming with you. Because I don't really care. I'd prefer the Rabbitohs not to win and to still be on something. You know what I mean? So I'm with you, dude. That's a spiteful change for me.
That was extremely spiteful.
But that's what this is about, though, right? I don't want the success of any of my compatriots here. I love you all, but I don't want this bet to get up for you. So that's all. That's all.
It's eyes up stuff.
Yeah, that's all it is. I don't want to be cheering for you. What's the Lippy doing?
Hopgood, AJ, either team less than 12.5, 14.73.
I don't mind that. Broncos, Titans. This is at Suncorp. $1.22 for the Broncos, $4.50 for the Titans. 14 is the line and 47.5 is the total. Rando.
Back at Suncorp for this one. A possible shower and 24 degrees at Suncorp. Now the Titans, they've never lost to the Broncos at Suncorp on a Sunday. They have won all 3 games there. They've been noted for making an upset, so watch out for that. For try scorers, AKP and Ezra Mam, my 2 favourites. AKP, 7 tries in his last 4 games, scored in every game he's played against the Broncos. Ezra Mam, 3 tries in his last 4 games against the Titans, 3 tries in his last 4 games in the NRL so far.
Okay. What are you thinking there, Roo?
Boys, I've got a little CBA debutant to watch in this game, Tony Francis for the Gold Coast Titans. I put up a thing yesterday. I think he's 45 games in Q Cup, about 38 tries. He's an absolute freak. You're getting about $2.60 for an ATS for him in this game. So I'm going to take Tony Francis. I'm going to take Reece Walsh, pretty short this week, about $1.70, but he scores every week. And, boys, I think it's been a while for Percura. I reckon he crosses over.
He scored last week. He killed me because the week before everyone gave me shit for picking him, and then he scored last week.
Right, well, so they gave you
Lucky
shit.
that didn't hit a nerve. That was good. I just recalled he did score last week. He'll do it again. Percura, Walsh, Tony Francis. Personally, I think I'm getting $17.57 for Percura to score here.
What posi does Tony Francis play?
Right.
Wing. I might Control C, Control V that. For some reason, last night, again, when I was cooking my pasta, I was thinking about Tommy Vassetti for some reason. Because I think Ray Liotta popped up in a movie I was watching, Blow. And I was just thinking about...
Shout out to Tommy Vassetti.
I was thinking about Tommy Vassetti. And
What
Tony,
a sick cunt.
Yeah. Tommy Vassetti, It's probably Ray Liotta's been in Goodfellas, one of the greatest movies of all time, but like probably his favourite achievement is just being Tommy Vercetti.
What was his best work?
Yeah, easily. So Tony Francis just reminded me of Vercetti's teal and blue shirt he used to wear for some reason. Reminds me of that, so I'm just copy-pasting that, Ruth. Thank you.
You get some sick threads for Vercetti. I used to get him in the white suit with the pink shirt.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
And what did...
Very fuckable.
Lance, who betrays you?
Lance Vance.
Yeah, he used
Lance Vance dance.
he was a big white suit guy.
He was a big white suit guy. Fuck you, Lance Vance.
What are you doing, Ed?
Ezra Mam and David Fafita, Tom, $7.08.
Beautiful. I am going for a fill up here. I think the Titans are, it's like they've been doing well, just holding on, but it's time for a pounding. The Broncos have been underperforming. Walsh is back. I like Ezra and Walsh both to get doubles. This is a bit of double vibe for me this week, isn't it? 29.51. Excuse me, that was gross. What is the Lippy doing? He's going Cobbo.
That was fucking foul.
Yeah, I had to do it though. What do you want me to do? Hold in a burp? Not happening. Cobbo, Fafita, and Titans plus 13.5. 14.41. Did you just change your bet, Edward?
Put my Unisco in.
Okay. I was going to say that'd be pretty rogue, mate. Last game of
Like
the
your
round.
burp.
Well, yeah, but my burp is a human response, whereas cheating and changing your bet, that's disgrace.
One hell of a response.
Warriors, Dolphins. Go media. $1.90, $1.90.
Taut.
1.5 points is the line.
Taut as a dog.
41.5 is the total. Rando. What's happening, buddy?
It's going to be windy in New Zealand, but should be dry for this one. Now, the last 5 teams to beat Penrith the week before have gone on not to lose the next game. Manly, of course, being the outlier drawing, but they didn't lose that match. So, looks like the Warriors can back up here against the Finns, who did lose both times they've travelled over to New Zealand. For try scorers, I think you just got to keep hitting this player, Hammer. So Tabuai Fido, he's scored 7 tries in his last 5 games, and the Warriors have conceded 4 tries in the last 5 games to fullbacks.
Okay. I'm going to round out my week of absurdly fucking high odds bets with another one. Jack Bostock of Box Stock fame. In my civilian life, I got him at FTS on the weekend, so I've got a bit of a hard-on for Jack at the moment.
Do you?
Yeah, I got a serious, not a bit of a hard-on, I got a serious hard-on. Like, I might need to get the blood drained from it sort of stuff. He's going to score 2. Hammer's obviously going to score 1. And then I haven't been on an AFB this year. And fuck, it'd feel good to be on him when he gets over.
It's a nice feeling.
It does. I've got one.
Yeah, it'd be
It's probably the best. Just that you see him lurking 10 metres out and he just hits the line and you're like, yep.
Fuck yeah, Radden.
You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah, Radden.
So if I can get a Bostock 2+, which I think I can, then I think I can get a Hammer, right? So I think I can get those. And then fuck me, dude, all I need is just a big, thick, aggressive, terrifying AFB. And that's $54.46. It's a shitload, but god damn it, it'll be good.
2 things on that bet, Tom. Have you seen Jack Bostock's cooking page?
No, what?
Yeah, Bossy's cookbook. Worth a
Bossy.
follow.
Oh,
Very
whoops,
good.
about
Very
to follow
good
it.
gear. AFB.
Bossy's cookbook.
Yeah.
Is he any decent?
I wouldn't know a good chef if I tripped over one, to be honest with you, but he seems to be. I saw him on Thursday. He's enjoying it.
He's following no one. He's got 295 followers. Now it's 296.
He's hard to get.
Smoked meats and stuff.
Oh, look, there's a bit of meat there. There's some fish.
Yeah.
All right. So what was that? You've got Bossy's cookbook. Was there something else you wanted to say about
Yeah,
it?
AFB without Wade Egan, without SJ.
Yeah, that's the scary part.
Shit, that's a good point.
I don't know about
Yeah,
it.
because it is SJ. It only puts him through that little hole.
Yeah,
But
or
Well,
Egan. Don't love
Fuck it, dude. I'm already on it now. It's too late. But it's a great point you make. Well, what are you doing then while we're on you, Guru?
I think Hamiso at $2 to score this week in Indigenous Round is fucking outrageous, so I'm going to take that. And boys, I think Cody Nikorima going home to New Zealand, I think he's at about $5.60. Nikorima into Hamiso, $11.44.
Nice, mate.
I don't hate that bet. I'm going to be honest with everyone. Eddie?
Tuapiki, is that it?
Tuapiki.
And Montoya, $6.96. Warriors at home, got the win last week against the Panthers. Tail up sort of stuff. Need to get the win against the Dolphins if they're going to right the ship. And hopefully those boys are involved.
Sebo?
Yeah, I'm just adding in Hammer because I don't know why I didn't add him in, and thank God Rando mentioned him. But I was looking at this game and I wasn't really sure. I also did AFB. I'm just getting my odds up here. Here we are. Did AFB, but yeah, Sean Johnson out, maybe a bit scary. But I'm going him, I'm going Hammer, and I'm going Max Plath. Why? Because everyone goes, old generational player, dad. And I'm like, yeah, he's like one of those hard workers. I actually don't know what he fucking looks like because
He's a dribbler, Max Plath.
I don't know what he looks like. Good. So I need to get on him, get to know him rather than pretend I know him because I've heard other people talk about him. So I thought, get on him. So those three, $34.94.
Like it. Liffey, Kerr, and Hammer, $15.05 rugby league cents.
Yep, beautiful. All right, that's the weekly bets. Let's get to the hot seat, which Guru abdicated because he didn't change his bet.
We do unit scooper first.
Sweet. Well, now I'm the asshole. Let's do some unit scoopers. Guru?
Boys, I'm going to go with Drinky this week for the Cows, Cody Walker, my boy Tony Francis, and Hammer. $36.14. 4 try scorers there. I really like this bet this week. I hate that Sebo's got Drinky and he spelled it with an IE, though. That's offensive to me.
Oh, what's up with you?
Fucking rain.
He always spells
Love
it that
it.
way.
Bad omen.
Love it.
I've got I've got an Indigenous multi here. Addo Carr, AJ Latrell, Cobbo Mam, $33.45.
That's not bad. I don't have it's almost an Indigenous multi, but I had to throw Reese in there. I'm going Joshy Carr, Drinky, Hammer, Walsh, and AJ, $21.78. Watch me get my Rabbitohs triple staked. Then that's probably going to be a swing of about 40 units. That comes off, I'm back.
Yep.
I'm back. Yep.
And if it doesn't?
Could be dead.
Yep. Okay. I've gone a try scorer smoothie. God, I want one of these to come off. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? It is paying $313.30. So you want to talk about season ender? That's what this is. Lomax, Nanai, Saab, Domi Young, Katoa, Trell, Ezra, Bostock. You fucking want to believe that's hitting. That's a hot fucking smoothie right there. And then what's our Lippy doing?
Drinky, Sebi, Chris, Kennedy, Trell, Mam, I would imagine. Addo Carr, $140.57.
That's not bad.
That's a pretty good bet. He's also spelled Drinky wrong.
A lot of Drinkies getting around, though. A lot of Drinky action.
I hate it, but I tried to breadcrumb myself earlier.
Maybe too much.
Yeah, I said at the beginning of the show that he always fucks you.
You can't breadcrumb yourself.
Oh, you can. You can.
Okay.
You can.
He's been trying to do it already.
Breadcrumb himself every
He said it, I think when you were away, he said he's been breadcrumbing himself and nothing got up.
But you have to do it very slyly. No one saw
it now, cunt. Like you fucking.
Yeah, but that was like an hour ago.
I'd love to see Sebo just laying at home covering himself in breadcrumbs, rolling in flour and egg.
I'm going to breadcrumb myself.
Schnitzel Sebo. Okay, now we go to the hot seat.
All right, back in the hot seat, and I'm doing something that hasn't been done before, I don't think. I'm picking a two-legger for Indigenous Round. Why? Because Joshy Carr and AJ are both under $1.90, and we need it to be $1.90 plus. So I'm putting them together. Both of them love scoring, especially in Indigenous Round. Rando backed me up with the stats there. $3.01. I have no idea what Ram are up to, maybe 3 or 4, so I don't know if this means that much. But if I could go on a run, that's my aim. I'm going to go on a run. Instead of people throwing the hot seat, forgetting to put bets in, I'm going on a run, and it's starting with these two.
All right, that's us, punters and dribblers. Very hot seat from Sebo. Let's see how he goes. Shout out to Neds again for your support. We love you to death. We've also got these beautiful state politics jackets going on sale.
State of politics.
It's the state of politics. That's Thursday, 6 p.m, hellosport.shop. Get in while the getting's good. There's also Afterpay if your payday has not arrived yet, which is something that we are glad we're able to fix because that's a problem for many people. We'll see you next week.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website